Good morning, guys. Uh, Been a pretty chill week overall. I've almost finished Calamity, which is a Terraria mod, not even related to Borderlands, for the second time now. That's about it. Nothing really interesting has happened too much. Might be able to get my new computer up and running in like a month, roughly. So maybe a little bit better videos, but besides that, Reddit time. Do you really think I'd protect Angel with nothing but a couple of bots and some flimsy turrets? Meanwhile, Bunker, also a robot, also has turrets. Yeah, I don't know. The whole run-up, honestly, is probably harder than the actual boss fight to me. At least, like, I know for new people it is. Because, the first constructor is piled with a bunch of mobs. The turrets that are on the doorway are like blast resistant basically because some of their hitbox is in the wall, so any splash damage doesn't hit them properly for some reason. And then the super BA constructor also has a ton of mobs near it, kind of in a hard spot to fight, I guess, even though you can just go hide behind it and chip at it there. And then if you compare it to like actual bunker, I guess they're about tied. Of course, like if you're playing Zero, or if you're playing somebody else, just slag and deal damage. But yeah, Bunker is just an amalgam of everything you walk up through on the fight. Here's a little help if you don't know all the weapon parts. Yeah, this is a thing that happens every once in a while. Someone makes a post where they lead to the Steam community guides because there is a giant list of all of the weapon parts for all of the weapon types and even the shields here. I think literally if you just Google BL2 weapon parts, it just pops up. Yeah, it's the very top post. It's not correct. It's very close to correct. Basically, it doesn't show like direct stat values and it doesn't tell you exactly what everything does. And there is a guide that is working on that, but it's not done. So I won't really link it yet. But yeah, if you just Google BL2 weapon parts, it just pops up. It's the first result and it'll tell you most of what everything does, and it can kind of help you like sort out what you want. After lost characters, slowly getting everyone back to max. Special cameo, massive advertisement. Yeah, the massive advertisement sucks, but I also just want to talk about how all of their names for their characters are just, they're incredible. This is somebody who actually like saw the naming convention and they were like, yeah, let's do something like funny with this, something more original. They almost have everyone up to level 50, which I don't like to do that myself, but I know some people just can't play the same character for hours on end. To me, I would love to just get one character to level 80 and then just go back and work on all the other ones later. But if this is how you like to do it, then this is just how you like to do it, and that's totally fair, yeah. Quartercraft 0.18. Okay. This is getting to look even better, and I'm really stoked for it. Hopefully by the time this comes out, I'll have a better computer, and then I'll be able to like run some mods that'll even add like shading and lighting to this, because there is cell shading in a couple of the shader packs for Minecraft. And then I could also just bump up the lighting a little bit so that the darks aren't so dark, and then the light areas hopefully won't be like overly bright. But this would be really, really fun to walk around in. I see that they're using a little bit of world edit around the edges for this, and I really hope that this is a good mod, or a good map at the very least. Probably not a mod attached to it. Maybe somebody has a mod, maybe you can make it work with it. But I just hope that this is actually really, really good, because that would be super cool. Modded, right? I've never seen a run walk trail in my life. Okay, so this is somebody who is wearing the friendship amulet from the Tina DLC. If enough people are wearing it, it will start to show the effect of it. I don't know why they're wearing it unless they're going to like Blood Stallion to get the unicorn explosion, because outside of that it doesn't have any effect besides visual. But yeah, it's just an amulet. It takes up the relic spot, and that's about all it really is. Glitched Loot Goliaths 2016. Is this just a thing where they show oh, okay, the fact that like Goliaths just kind of fall. Oh wait, no, there's two. Okay, so they have two that are like stuck in each other. I mean, yeah, that's not really like. I mean, I guess it is glitched, but this is Borderlands 2 we're talking about here. This is just a normal thing. If you kill two mobs next to each other, they're just gonna fall into each other. But yeah, I mean, this just kind of happens. This is Borderlands 2. It's a very, I don't want to say it's a very broken game, but it's a very bugged out, very not planned well game, I would say. It's really, really fun though. Sort of like how like Halo 2 is fun, even though it was like rushed along and there's a lot of issues with it, I guess. But like, yeah, even with all that, like it's really, really fun. Some of the bugs are really, really good, and it's just a great time. I did not know it was possible to get a pearl from Snowflake. Yes. You can get, well, at least the Gen 1 pearls from any source. It's just a world drop that can happen. I don't know any specific place that'll drop them more often besides maybe like binary. But yeah, this just happens. There are 2 generations of pearls. One set only drops from like your tubbies and stuff like that, but the first set will just drop from anywhere. So the first set is like your Butcher, your Tunguska, your Storm, some of the other ones like that. I don't remember them all right now because I just woke up and I'm still very tired. And then your Gen 2s are the 2 purple Jacobs guns, the Carnage, and probably a couple other ones like that. And yeah, you can get the Gen 1s from anywhere. You can only get the Gen 2s from your tubby drops, and the tubby drops are really rough because it's kind of hard to get tubbies to even spawn in the first place, and then it's a chance to get them. But yeah, that's just what happens. Gen 1s can drop anywhere, so yeah, this is normal. What is this? Buzz Axe, but it's a pizza cutter. Who has a... Why? Why does it look like this? Who is this for? This looks awful. Like, this looks... I don't like that. Like, this is just, like, trypophobia type shit. And then this Damascus steel cutter. I don't know why you would waste Damascus on this, even though I guess Damascus is just a bad steel, usually, if it's, like, Japanese. Because they just get their swamp iron and then they just meld it together because that's the only way to make it good. And then, like, this handle, like, why is it angular and it's a pizza cutter? I don't understand. Characters and hours gone. Okay. There has always been a really, really small part of me that has wanted to just wipe all of my saves and just start over from fresh. There is also a second part of me that doesn't want to refarm all of the perfect items that I've gotten, and so I will never do that. But it is really tempting. It really, really is. This person probably had it happen just by a bug or like an issue, and to them I say I am sorry, that feels bad. But some people, at least myself, kind of want to try just a fresh save of Borderlands 2 just to see what it would be like. What's the hardest boss fight in the game? Well, it kind of depends, and it kind of doesn't. If you're Zero, anything that's reflective is no longer reflective, but Rex is still awful, so Rex is still pretty hard. Veracitus is the most obvious example of a boss fight that was taken way too far. Most people will have severe issues fighting Veracitus, so I'd have to probably go with her, or it, or him. I don't know what Veracitus is. It's just a difficult boss. That's all it is. That's all that matters about it right now. I don't know besides that. BA Rex can be a little bit rough. Exploders, if you are on a slightly different higher level than they are and they think they can only jump at you to explode. Barrels, sure. Anyone else? Alright, no? Cool. But yeah, it just kind of depends who you are and what you're doing, because some builds are really good at dealing with some bosses while other builds not so much. But yeah, I definitely say Vora is one of the hardest fights in the game. A couple of the other fights like Jackenstein, Rex, and other ones like that are obviously very annoying because they're very aggressive and they also have reflective like pieces. But yeah, that's about it for the most part. A lot of the bosses in this game are unfair or not fun, but the other ones are just so easy and so farmable and have all of our resources, so we don't care as much. How many levels will a legendary last? Okay, this really depends on who you are and what you have. This is just one of those things. A Herald, for example, which is what they have, might last for 10 levels, but if you had like a Thunderball Fist, that might last for like 3 or 4, I would say, on a high end. So it just kind of depends on the equipment. Obviously, some equipment is more overpowered than others, so it could be like 3 or 4 levels, it could be 10. It's probably not going to be 10. The Deepa, or the Herald in general, not the Deepa, stop, no double penetrating Heralds. They're just oversold. They're good, but like they're oversold. But yeah, they'll last for like 10 levels, but if you compare it to just like any other random item, probably not as long. My first UVHM run reset, completely worth it. Okay, this person, dear God, they're using Flacker Ahab. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at that. Flacker, they have the pimp, they have the... Oh, okay. This is one of those situations where I think maybe they just don't want to play the game anymore. Maybe they just... I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what the appeal of permanently running this build is, and especially the fact that they're using a Flacker instead of a Pimpernel. The Flacker definitely makes this a worse build overall because the Pimpernel is just more accurate. You just aim at their toes and then their head explodes, and that's all you really have to do. I don't know why they're using the Flacker for this situation, but like, I guess if you're not great at the game yet and you just need to kill stuff, you can just do this. But at the same time, why? Right. Yeah, I think we're already towards the bottom, guys. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I don't know. It's early. I'm recording this early so that I can go like have a fun Saturday. We're gonna go watch the new Halloween movie. You know, the one that's gonna be the end. Even though it's not, because the last one was and the one before that was too. So yeah, that's about it. Hope everyone has like a nice rest of their week. I hope everyone's doing well. If you liked the video, maybe leave a like. If you have any ideas, leave a comment. If you haven't, maybe subscribe. I'd appreciate it. But that's it for me. Have a nice day. See you later.